Hi everyone, Pastor Stuart here. Well, you can't see it today, but I am wearing a heart monitor. Now, some of you have worn one before, and if not, you've known people who have worn one. They collect data about heart rate and other information as well. Sometimes doctors need more information about how the old ticker is operating, right? Well, the interesting thing about the heart monitor that I'm wearing is that it isn't for my doctor. Best that I know, my heart is in very good shape. I run and I walk regularly. This monitor is for a study of the clergy health through the Duke University and Divinity School. In addition to this monitor, I have had to do questionnaires about clergy life and particularly what causes us stress and what we are doing about it. They are studying whether us pastors are as a group in good shape, what kind of stress levels we have, and how we can maximize our health and reduce stress. Well, I will find the results interesting, admittedly. But I think the overall stress and anxiety of the world in which we live is higher than ever. For over a year now, we have been dealing with a new way of life navigating this thing called a pandemic. The ways we are dealing with and how others are dealing with this pandemic have caused us stress to increase. In addition, the division in our land and the questions about the economy have elevated our anxiety. Most people's jobs have changed dramatically this past year. And of course, we have everyday things that we've always had to stress about. Yes, I think stress is high in our land. Probably for you as well. Yet into our days of stress, we can insert the good news of Jesus. While our lives sometimes change dramatically and uncertainty is a normal part of life, our God does not change. You know, our current sermon series on the times Jesus said, "I am," is teaching me that Jesus, the great I am, does not change, and we can always count on him. As we heard a couple of weeks ago, Jesus said, "I am the bread of life." And that reminds all of us that Jesus is always present and will meet all of our needs. Last week we heard Jesus say, "I am the light of the world." That reminds us that no matter how close the darkness comes to overtaking us, the light will always be shining brightest if we look for it. And this Sunday, we will hear Jesus say, "I am the gate," which will teach us that Jesus will protect us from all that comes our way and will give us life in all its abundance. Oh, and speaking of this week, I am so very excited that we will begin in-person worship again at Southport Trinity UMC. We will require masks and distancing and registration for everyone's safety. You know, our priority for this year has always been safety for everyone, for all ages. You can go to our website at www.southporttrinityumc.com to register, or you can click the link below. It will be so good to have some people in our worship spaces this week, but if you are not ready or registration is full, you can also watch online at 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock at our Southport Trinity Facebook page. Well, I guess I digressed a little bit. Yet this is how I want to encourage you today. Hear the good news. In the midst of change, in the midst of stress, you can trust in Jesus, and Jesus will provide all your needs through the riches of His grace. In the midst of your anxiety, Jesus provides and brings light. Friends, I know some of you are going through a very, very stressful time, but be of good heart and know that Jesus is the great I am, and He holds you tight. Jesus is the great I am and walks with you. Jesus will not change. Be blessed, my friends.